Hello, everyone. This topic that I'm talking about today, I personally have an experience with it. I dealt with this for some years, especially during my youth, my teenage years, where I just thought that I was all that. I was very athletic. I was into so many different groups, you know, and so I just thought that I knew it all, but I didn't. And I was introduced into the spirit of confusion. And what I mean by the spirit of confusion is, so we all know that in the Bible, well, if you don't know, in the Bible, in the first chapter, the first book, Genesis, you'll learn that God made man and woman in his own image. So we read that the Lord made Adam and Eve. And when I talk about the spirit of confusion, is where people think that the way that they were born was not really what gender they should be, or they like both genders. And it's supposed to be man and woman. So my introduction to the spirit of confusion was I hung out with these two young ladies, and we used to always hang out. But one night I ended up spending the night over at their house, and I thought that they were cousins. Well, that night I learned very quickly that they were not cousins. You're not supposed to kiss your cousin. So that's how I was introduced into the spirit of confusion, where after that I started liking men and women. And like I said, I dealt with that for a couple of years. I'm so glad that the Lord opened my eyes to being able to know that I was enough, because during that time I still felt like there was an emptiness in a part of me. Like, I still felt lonely, even though on the outside it might have not looked that way. There was still something that was it was empty. Something was still empty within. And I'm so glad that the Lord helped me through it, because it's like, it may look like it's fun, but internally it's really not. Like, the torment that you go through, the second guessing, like, should I do this? Should I not do this? It doesn't feel right, but I see other people doing it. And peer pressure when you're younger, oh man, it can be rough. But with the help of the Lord, you can get through anything and everything. So as you read in 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 33, it lets you know that the Lord, that God, is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints. So that right there lets you know that the spirit of confusion does not come from the Lord. It comes from the enemy. So my question to you is, do you still want to continue to be bound and chained to the enemy's ways, or do you want to be free and live a happy and healthy life? I now am super blessed. I have a godly man. I'm in a godly marriage, and we have beautiful children. My life has completely changed. I do not have to act like I'm someone else. I don't have to pretend like I'm someone else. I'm just being myself. So continue to trust in the Lord and get closer to him, and he'll help you through everything in your life. Y'all continue to be blessed.